So hello everyone, welcome back to Learning Phonics. I'm Apurva, and so in the previous episode we have learned all the phonics sounds. We have learned all the group wise sounds and how to make the words. So in today's episode I am going to teach you all the letter sounds, the short letter sounds. So this is A. A says A, B says B, C says K, D says D, E says E, F says F, G says G, H says H, I says E, J says J, K says K, L says L, M says N says O says O, P says P, Q says Q, R says R, S says S, T says T, U says V says V, W says W, X says X, Y says Y, and Z says Z. Alright, so these are all the short sounds of letters. Okay, short letter sounds. So when, for example, I have to write the word mat. Alright, so I'm gonna say mat. Okay, if I want to write sit, so I will say, see, basically what you have to do is you have to break the sounds. Alright, if I have to say the word, or if I have to write the word sit, you have to break the sound. It's like s, I, t, sit. Okay, so I will write s. If I have to write s, this sound, the letter for this sound, so basically there are two letters which makes the s sound, but in short sound only s makes the s sound. C also makes the s sound. For example, city. City. City mein C's sound is s, not k. That is because it has a rule. Alright. So I'm going to decode all the rules later on in the later episodes. Alright. Okay, rule we are going to complete it in another session. So now in short sounds, S is going to make the s sound. So s, I is going to make the I sound. S, I, sit. T is going to make the T sound. Sit. So let's say I want to write the word rat. So I will break the sound, that is rat. Rat. Three sounds are there. So R says A says rat. T says T. Okay, so this is how you use all the short sounds. So now you don't have to get confused with V and W. Okay, so V's sound is V as in van. W's sound is W as in well. Okay, so again we are going to revise the short letter sounds. That is A says A, B says B, C says K, D says D, E says E, F says F, G says G, H says H, I says I, J says J, K says K, L says L, M says N says O says O, P says P, Q says Q, R says R, S says S, T says T, U says A, V says V, W says W, X says X, Y says Y, Z says Z. Alright, so these are all the short letter sounds. So whenever there are these sounds in any word, you are going to read them like this with the short. Alright, so this episode we have completed all the short letter sounds, how to say them, how to pronounce them, and whenever they are there in a word, we are going to say in this way. Alright, so I'm going to see you in the next episode of Learning Phonics. But before that, if this video has helped you in any way, please like this video and do not forget to subscribe to Learning Phonics. Thank you so much, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Have fun.